Have you ever really stopped to think about what your clothes are saying? I mean, beyond just the style or the brand. What we wear, it turns out, is this incredible mix of our culture, our health, and even our deepest beliefs. So today, we're going to dive into a concept that a lot of us might have written off, the surprising power of modesty.
You know, when you hear the word modesty, what pops into your head? For a lot of us, it's something kind of old-fashioned, maybe even a little restrictive, right? It just feels a bit out of sync with our modern lives. But what if there's a much bigger, more powerful story that we've been missing? And this is where it gets really interesting. A recent study actually reframes the whole idea, calling it a respectful phenomenon. So we're not just talking about covering up. This is a complex idea with some truly surprising sides to it.
So, where do we start? Well, first, let's look at culture. In so many communities all over the world, modesty is like a non-verbal language. It's a way of communicating that everyone in the group just gets. This completely flips the script on the old definition, doesn't it? It's not about hiding yourself away. It's about being an active part of a shared story. It's a way to show respect for your community, your heritage. Really, it's a statement that says, I belong.
Let's take the Maori culture, for example. In that community, what one person does reflects on the entire group. So how you present yourself is directly tied to a sense of collective honor. Or think about India, where certain ways of dressing have historically been a way to keep social harmony. In both cases, you see it's a cultural story woven right into the fabric of everyday life.
Okay, so the cultural story is one huge piece of the puzzle. But what if I told you that being conscious of how we dress has a direct, measurable impact on our physical health? For a lot of people, this is where the whole idea gets really surprising.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely true. The clothes you put on every morning aren't just for looks. They can actually change how your body functions, sometimes for the better, and sometimes, well, for the worse. It's a kind of self-care most of us probably never even consider.
And on that worse side, the research points to some serious risks from clothes that are way too tight. We're talking about things like compressed nerves, which can lead to a really painful condition called meralgia paresthetica. It can also cause stomach pain, mess with your posture, and it's exactly why doctors say it's a big no-no during pregnancy. Your clothes can literally cause you harm.
But wait a second. This doesn't mean all tight clothing is bad. Of course not. Just think about supportive athletic gear. That stuff can actually improve how we move and protect us from getting hurt. So the real takeaway here isn't that tight is bad and loose is good. It's that the reason behind our clothing choices, the intention, matters a whole lot. Now, beyond culture and our physical health, there is this whole other really profound layer to the story, the spiritual dimension. For literally billions of people, modesty is a true cornerstone of their faith.
And this is a really crucial point. In a spiritual sense, modesty is almost never just about following a set of rules. It's an active, personal choice. It's a way for someone to connect their outward appearance to their inner values and beliefs, a way to express devotion and purpose.
In Islam, for example, modesty is a guiding principle that's meant to encourage dignity, purity, and integrity for everyone. And you see similar deep convictions in the traditions of Christian nuns or in many Jewish communities. It's all about finding a sense of self that goes way beyond just the physical.
So, where does all this leave us? We've looked at modesty as a cultural language, as a key to well-being, and as a spiritual practice. How on earth does that fit into our modern world of fast fashion and self-expression?
And this brings us to the single biggest myth we really need to bust. This idea that you have to choose between being fashionable and being modest? Yeah, according to the research, that's just not true. It's a myth.
Not only can they exist together, but when they do, it can lead to something incredibly positive. The study actually calls it a psychological and satisfactory human behavior. Basically, it's about finding a balance that feels good, looks good, and is true to who you are.
So really, what this all comes down to is empowerment. Choosing to dress with real intention. Whether you call it modesty or you call it something else, it isn't about restriction. It's a conscious choice that puts you in the driver's seat, letting you honor your body, your values, and your community all at the same time.
So I'll just leave you with this one thought. In a world that is just flooded with trends telling you what you should wear, what if the most powerful, the most radical fashion statement you can make is simply the one you choose for yourself? It's definitely something to think about.